We're going to talk about Cathie Wood. We're going to talk about Coinbase. Now, Cathie Wood seems to have had some good sources because after months of buying Coinbase stock, being the gigabull of coin, she mysteriously started selling some of the stock a few days ago. And it just so happens that right after she made this initial sale, Coinbase was served by the SEC with a Wells notice. Now, that caused a significant dip in the price, as you can see here in this chart. And at those depressed prices, Cathie Wood, still apparently a major coin bull, bought back in. She bought the dip following the SEC Wells notice and some panic selling in the markets. Interesting and savvy move. I'm going to toss this to Jen for her thoughts. What do you think about Cathie's coin plays here?
Coincidence? I don't know. I mean, Cathie has been super bullish on Bitcoin, super bullish on Coinbase. So not surprised to see that she bought the dip. Was a little surprised to see that she sold all those shares just before this Wells notice was announced. I don't know if she had any information. We can only form opinions on the information that we have. I think despite all of this, despite the Wells notice, the story notes that coin is still up 97% year to date. I think in my own opinion, when I look at the centralized exchanges, especially when I look at them through an American lens, despite Coinbase's troubles with regulators, I think that they will survive this. I think they will weather the storm. They have been progressively looking at decentralization through things like their wallet and now their layer 2. And so I think Cathie's bet on Coinbase from a centralized exchange perspective is maybe a good one, but that's just my opinion. We don't give financial advice on this show. Zach, I saw your hand go up.
I mean, I guess I will say it's been a bit of an open secret that the SEC has distributed a lot of these Wells notices, but the timing is pretty funny here, right? That the immediately timed to, okay, Cathie Wood sold Coinbase shares for the first time in a long, long time, and then immediately thereafter, this major bombshell drops, and then she swoops back in to buy low is pretty remarkable, the timing. So credit to her investigative resources for getting a hunch, acting on that hunch, and then maybe making a quick buck. That's pretty crazy. It's crazy to see. But hey, that's what Cathie Wood does, I guess. Anna, what do you think?
Well, I think it's interesting how recently I think people kind of see Cathie Wood as a bellwether of Coinbase price and viability. Like I've seen so many reports about Cathie Wood buying Coinbase, Cathie Wood buying Coinbase. And like I think by this time there must be a pretty big group of investors kind of, lurking in the records and seeing what Cathie Wood is doing with Coinbase stock, and maybe we should do the same and make money together with her. I mean, like, not us three, but those investors.
Not financial advice. No, I bet there's people who copy trade Cathie Wood, right? She's directionally long on crypto, right? She says that Bitcoin is going to be extremely valuable in the coming years, and she thinks that Coinbase is going to be the gateway that most people access that directional bet. So really, it's sort of like she's doubling down. She's betting the same thing, just in different ways. And I think you probably look at the Coinbase stock as still probably a proxy stock for the price of Bitcoin, right? You mentioned, I think it was that 97% figure. I'd be curious to know if that is the exact same figure that Bitcoin is up over that same duration, right? Or at least it's similar. So I think still people do sort of approach the public markets and they still look for these Bitcoin proxy stocks. Famously, MicroStrategy was that bet during much of the bull run in lieu of a spot Bitcoin ETF. So I think a lot of traders, both retail traders who are trading within their retirement savings or more sophisticated Wall Street traders, they say, hey, I don't really want to deal with that actual crypto stuff. Seems like a pain, especially in this regulatory environment. Let me just find some good old-fashioned stocks that somewhat mimic the price action that I'm going to see in the cryptocurrency markets. And I think that's what we've seen Cathie Wood do time and time again, despite this recent buy the dip opportunity. So interesting to see for sure what Cathie Wood's contrarian stance on the future of crypto assets seems to be. Jen, last thoughts on this before we change gears?
Well, I was going to say buy low, sell high, but on your regulation point, I think it will be interesting to see how people follow Cathie, given the SEC's increased scrutiny on Coinbase, right? They've been really transparent. They've been really public about their relationship with regulators. They've said, we're working with them. We've talked to them over 60 times. We're so surprised by this Wells notice. We're so surprised that they are suing us, or we're so surprised that they're asking us not to make this product offering. It will be interesting to watch how investors react to that news and how the price of coin reacts to that news, even though it's 97% up on the year.